So I thought I'd visit with you a little bit. Been thinking a lot about what's going on in the news, mainly about what's been happening with the health care amendment. How the United States is basically being run by capitalists who bribe our congressmen. I can't say that I really like it at all. I don't like it a bit. I really don't like it. You know, these congressmen are supposed to represent me and you, not these capitalist entities like banks and insurance companies and Wall Street crooks like Goldman Sachs. Now, we're the ones that are supposed to be able to get the services of these congressmen. That's why they're called representatives. They represent the people. But today they don't represent the people. They represent the rich and the powerful, the elites, the New World Order. Well, I don't much cotton to that. I figure the rich have money to represent themselves. They don't need they don't need my congressman. They don't need them at all, but I do. I need them to protect me from the exploitation of these people. Right now, with this health care bill, it's a bill for the insurance companies. That's all it is. It's a bill for the insurance companies to exploit the people of this country. And I'm sick and tired of it. I and millions of other people, and the Congress is still just doing nothing but supporting the insurance companies. What good are these insurance companies? They're there trying to make a profit like leeches on the corpse of the dying and medical institutions of this country, who are overcharging for everything that they do, every medicine they prescribe. We pay 4 or 5 times what they pay in Europe and Canada for these things, because the Congress are a bunch of sellouts. They're sellouts, that's what they are. We live in a capitalist/communist paradigm where the rich are represented by the government. That's communism. And they pretend, these fascists pretend that the government is for us, but it really isn't. Not at all. It's for the fat cat. I feel no loyalty to this government whatsoever, and they feel no loyalty to me, and they feel no loyalty to you either. They really don't care about you. They don't care about me. So why should I care about them? Right now they're involved in 3 or 4 wars overseas as usual. Well, what good is that? The money, the trillions in dollars they spent on the wars could have been spent for this insurance. Oh, but they don't care because their friends make money off of these wars. And so they want to spend money on it to help them to get elected. I'll tell you what, we should all be mad as heck. We should do something about it. What should we do about it? I don't know. I've been to Washington to see my senators and my congressmen. I couldn't see them. It's like, well, you can fill out a form here and we'll pass it on to them. That was about it. They didn't have time for me. They don't have time for you. But if I was Goldman Sachs, and I was the CEO of Goldman Sachs, and I showed up, they'd say, oh, well, come right on in and see the congressman. They have access to the congressman, but you and I, well, we'll never have access. We'll never be represented. I think we need a whole new system here. I think we need to make it illegal. Make it illegal for these people to basically pay off our congressmen and steal our representation from us. Because for them to be represented means that I am not represented. Because their interests are totally opposite of what mine are. Their interest is to exploit me, to make money from me. My interest is to not be exploited and not to give my money away to thoughtless capitalist pigs who do nothing for medicine except leech off of it. suck the blood from the people of America. The insurance companies. The insurance companies who are nothing but leeches. Reptiles that will strike you and poison you by taking your house away and your money. Do you know that the 65% of the people that are foreclosed on in this country, it's because of a medical emergency? Oh, and those medical people, they'll take your house. They don't give a damn about you. They'll take your house. It's an outrage. It's an absolute outrage. But that's what they will do. They will take your house. And I say, man, we need to have a law where they can't take your house. They can't sue you. In fact, I take all this capitalist freedom away from these doctors. I'd say, you want to be a doctor? Well, you're going to work for the people. And you're going to make $150,000 and that's it. But we'll guarantee you the $150 as long as you work. But I know you're a bunch of stupid Americans and you like to be pushed around and you like to be shoved to the floor by a government that cares nothing about you, by a media that represents the banks and the rich and the insurance companies, because they're the ones that pay their bills, buy the advertising. Newspapers that say, we're for the little guy, that's what we're here for. We stand tall for the little guy. And you look at their ads, and what do they have in the ads? Automobile companies, insurance companies, credit cards, all the people that want to exploit you and take your money away from you and cheat you and get you interested in schemes where you're basically reduced into an enslavement and into poverty. Well, I'm against that. I am for you, not against you. But your government is against you. You don't understand that. You need to understand that, but you don't right now. You have been shunted off to the corner, and the rich and the powerful are getting all of the money. It's amazing. It's amazing how this has evolved from a government of the people. First, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we never owned this government. Maybe it was always an alien government of the rich. I can't say that George Washington was poor, or Jefferson. Look at the mansions that they owned. They're museums now for people to go and look at the wonderful wealth that these people had. These founding fathers that were so great. And I have to ask myself, were they for the little guy living with his family in a three-walled Adirondacks out in Ohio, set by wild Indians? Or do they just represent the rich? Well, I think they probably just represented the rich. I should not play to the orchestra. The orchestra are a bunch of intellectual nerds with strings attached to their hands, which go back and forth on the bow over the gut strings of their violas as they make music for me. Well, it may be mesmerizing to listen to that sort of thing, but it's really not very good for you to do it. If it means that you're being exploited and you're paying $50 to $80 to go see an orchestra that you're probably already paying for anyway. Well, that's enough for today. But let me say that you poor Americans, I feel very sorry for you. I almost hate you because you're so despicable. You are so entrapped in your capitalism and your worship of the rich. You're really a bunch of sickies, you know that? You're a bunch of sick people. You bought it hook, line, and sinker. Well, when you lose your house, when you lose your house, baby, you come and talk to Daddy, okay? I'm here to help you. But you bought this hook, line, and sinker thing that people have a right to exploit you. I'll tell you right now, they don't. You need to stand up for yourself the way they stand up for themselves and tell them, no, I'm done with that. You're not going to exploit me anymore. I'm going to protect my family and myself and my country. You have a nice day.